welcome into the Lemonade League. I'm Jesse Goldberg-Strassler, joined by Adam Jacksa. We're in the bottom of the first inning and we are scoreless. Colin Cornwell, the runner at first base, takes off. The pitch to Andrew Morrow called a strike, and Cornwell steals second. So we are getting you right into the action here. In the top of the first inning, the starter for the Lugnuts, Ethan Young, induced Adam Purdy to fly out to left, got Owen Ruddock to line out to center, and Kate Preston grounded out to third. Now here in the bottom half, Jesse Heikkinen on the mound tosses that right past Andrew Morrow. Colin Cornwell led off with a walk. Mark Connolly flied to left. Zaid Walker struck out. Now Cornwell in scoring position. Can Andrew Morrow bring him in with 2 outs against his Michigan State teammate Heikkinen? Adam Jacksa, good to be joining you here today.
Yeah, Jesse, great to be back for another week of Lemonade League action.
Heikkinen just struck out Zaid Walker with the off-speed down. There's the off-speed. Cornwell taking off. No throw by Paladar. A second steal for Cornwell. All the while Morrow did not offer. And Colin Cornwell now 9 stolen bases. Ties him with Zaid Walker for the most in the Lemonade League. Here's the pitch. That is well blocked by the catcher Paladar.
Pretty nice to have the 2 stolen base leaders on the same team if you're the Lugnuts. Again, they have been the aggressors on the bases. 50 swipes and 54 attempts. And Jesse, they're hungry, looking to score some runs because they were held to just 2 runs through the combined 10 innings of the doubleheader on Sunday.
Morrow sends that one foul down the right side. Here, by the way, is your Locos defense. Craig Paladar is the catcher. At first base, Cade Preston. Second baseman's Brock Henley. At shortstop, Owen Ruddock, and at third base, Zach Hickey. In the outfield, Matthew Williams is in left. Adam Purdy plays center, and in right field, it's Michael Steigels. Heikkinen's pitch. Morrow barely caught a piece. Cornwell, Connolly, Walker, Morrow, Lay, Sotres, Rydquist, Acker, and Paywan, the starting 9 for the Lugnuts. Heikkinen to Morrow. No. The Locos were ready to leave the field. Not yet. 3 balls and 2 strikes is the count. Payoff. Center fielder Purdy has a play moving into the sunlight. Has the catch and the side retired, the inning over. Colin Cornwell the walk and the 2 steals, but he's left at third base. And we are scoreless going to the second inning in the Lemonade League.
Well, the Lugnuts' actual 25th anniversary will have to wait until 2021. You can still purchase a piece of history. Limited quantities of the 25th anniversary bobblehead series presented by Sparrow, Physicians Health Plan, and Michigan Student Aid are available right now. The set features former Lugnut greats Mark Pryor, Noah Syndergaard, Bo Bichette, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Supplies are limited, so order yours online at LansingLugnuts.com.
Let's talk the Nuts and Bolts shop right now. The official team store of the Lansing Lugnuts. Shop all your Lugnuts and Locos needs. And just added, official Lemonade League shirts. Visit online at lugnuts.milbstore.com or visit in person. Masks are required for in-store shopping. Go Nuts. And vamos Locos. The items of the homestand, the brand new Lansing Locos shirt, the Locos baseball cap as well as sported by Jesse Heikkinen, and look at that Locos Dry Fit Nike shirt in the marigold.
Seltzer, a wave of refreshment, crafted using our unique Brew Pure process. Made pure, Nothing tastes like White Claw hard seltzer.
Let's go to the second inning. There's the right-hander Ethan Young from Mott Community College. Young worked a perfect top of the first inning. A fly out, a line out, and a ground out. And he deals to Alex McCormack to open up the second. Bouncer foul, strike one. Adam Jackson by my side. I'm Jesse Goldberg-Strassler. It was Purdy, Ruddock, and Preston in the first inning. And now you see McCormack followed by Steigels and Hickey, Paladar, Henley, and Williams to round out the Locos 9. And that goes all the way to the backstop. And as we look back there, do you see all of those familiar faces in the crowd presented by Jackson National? Two balls and a strike on McCormack. Adam, you and I both went wandering around looking at all those cutouts earlier today.
A lot of familiar faces and some celebs in attendance for Game 12 of the Lemonade League.
McCormack right through that high heater. Out of the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Most notably, I believe I saw the Cookie Monster down there.
Yes, you did. I counted 2 different Waldos.
Yeah, where's Waldo? Well, you can find him twice.
2-2 for McCormack. Got him swinging. First strikeout for Ethan Young as he reared back, threw it right by him.
I thought it was pretty nice, too, Jesse, that Bo and Vladdy decided to take the night off in Buffalo against the Marlins, and they said, hey, let's go back to our roots in 2017 when we played at Cooley Law School Stadium and check out what this Lemonade League's all about. They're in the attendance.
There's a swing and a high fly ball hit down the right side off the bat of Michael Steigels. Into the bullpen, the slide, and Zaid Walker made the catch from right. Brilliantly done, all the while he had the second baseman Van Acker flying at him. You've heard about 3 yards and a cloud of dust. How about 2 outs and a cloud of dust, with that cloud of dust erupting from the right side pen?
Yeah, Hope Acker's all right. Walker didn't even realize that his teammate was down. Almost didn't realize he collided with him and then turned around last second to see that he was still in the dirt.
Here it is once again. Walker, Acker converging, both going down. Acker the hard collision and Walker staying right with it the entire way. Now Zach Hickey. That's a little low. Count 2 balls and no strikes on the Central Michigan University third baseman. I would dare say that's been one of the best defensive plays we've seen in the Lemonade League. 3-0 for Hickey.
Yeah, it was pretty good. And Mr. Acker is going to have some dirt on the jersey for the rest of the night now, even though he didn't make the play. Great hustle by Walker to get there.
Hickey taking all the way. And ball 4. First base runner allowed by Young.
Zach Hickey walks. You don't say, Jesse.
I do say Zach Hickey walking for the 10th time in the Lemonade League, second most in all the circuit. The only player who's walked more than Hickey has been Brandon Shire, getting the day off today.
Brandon Shire's only got 1 strikeout, too. He's been marvelous.
Here's Craig Paladar from LCC. Line drive, right center, base hit. Hickey up to second. Walker gets it in. Without Brandon Shire, that 14 walk to 1 strikeout ratio. Earlier today, caught up with Brandon along with Colin Cornwell on our Chat Lemon. You can go to the Lansing Lugnuts YouTube channel to watch. And I actually asked Brandon all about those walks, and he said that generally was not a part of his game, especially he usually strikes out a lot more than this. He's been very proud of himself. Here's Brock Henley. Call the strike from Ethan Young.
Yeah, it's something that he said his dad's been following the league, and him and his dad were surprised and were talking about how he's drawn so many walks, and something that he has worked on, limiting those strikeouts. That's paid off so far. 2
strikes is the count. Young way out in front of Henley. I encourage you to watch Chat Lemon if you haven't already. We've had 2 weeks, and just hearing the different stories, Adam. Director of Baseball Chad Roskelley, for example, the time that he played as a Spartan against the Lugnuts with Bo Bichette and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Ball and 2 strikes.
Do you think Chad Roskelley's catching up with those two because they're at the game tonight?
You know what? They should be telling stories. Adam talking about those faces in the crowd. The baby Bo, the baby Vladdy, their headshots from back when they were Lugnuts.
That was pretty funny. I think it was last night Dan Schulman tweeted, the TV voice of the Blue Jays, tweeted the evolution of baby Bo from single A all the way up to the Blue Jays. And it is pretty remarkable to see how much growth those guys get.
Runner start and stop. A ground ball to Acker. There's out number 3, side retired, and Young is out of the 2-out jam. A walk, a single, but no runs. And we're scoreless through 1 1/2.
Sparrow Medical Minute, the latest health news and information from Sparrow, Mid-Michigan's healthcare leader.
I'm Cheryl Fritz here with Hillary Taransky, physician assistant with Sparrow Occupational Health. Employers are concerned about how to keep their employees healthy and make them feel safe as they return to work. How does Sparrow Occupational Health help?
So Sparrow's goal is to be a partner in health with the local employers. We've developed a program to help make sure that they can return back to work safely. This includes an online screening tool as well as the availability for Sparrow staff to come on site and help with screening. Occupational Health also offers COVID screening. This includes the nasal PCR swab as well as the antibody testing. We can evaluate employees that are ill and give guidance on when they can return back to work safely.
Where can people get more information on this important topic?
They can call Sparrow Occupational Health at 517-364-3900.
Very helpful. Thank you so much.
Medical Minute, brought to you by Sparrow. For health, for care, for life.
Corona is the original cerveza más fina of Mexico. And since 1925, it's been made with the finest ingredients. And most of all, with our heritage and our pride. In 1981, we didn't just bring a beer to the States. We brought our way of life. Because when you're proud of what you do, you want to share it with the world. Corona, we share more than a beer. We share the same history.
Hunter Lay leads off the bottom of the 2nd inning. He's followed by Gabe Sotres and Jake Ridequist. Jesse Goldberg-Strassler here. Adam Jackson seated to my left. And on the mound, the left-hander Jesse Heikkinen. Ball 1 to Lay. Carol wondering via the Facebook chat, how hot is it? And right now our different devices tell us it's about 83 degrees. Bouncing ball hit beyond Hickey and a base hit to left. Adam shifted, and he beat the shift. Lay is on with the leadoff single.
Well, there you go. We talked about it last week, Jesse. We hadn't seen a ton of shifting. I think we only had seen it 1 or 2 times coming into tonight. And you're exactly right. Chopped it down that third base line. Hickey had played off the line in the shift, and that works out as a base hit.
Gabe Sotres now from Michigan State. Ball 1 from Heikkinen. I would say that this is exactly what you want out of your August night. It's warm, it's comfortable, not a cloud in the sky.
Literally, not a cloud in the sky. Just light blue sun that'll eventually fall down and have our sunset, which those have been beautiful since we started the Lemonade League.
Ball and a strike on Sotres.
Jesse, I wanted to ask you, do you, going back to listening to music, did you ever have a CD player or any of those old cassette players, or perhaps a Walkman, which maybe we should title the name to Gabe Sotres?
I see what you did there as the breaking ball is inside. Yes, I had a CD player. Yes, I had cassette players. And yes, I had a Walkman. And now, why is Gabe Sotres the Walkman? Oh, by the way, the count is 3 balls and a strike.
Yeah, I think it's becoming clear in this at bat. That would be obviously because he's got 8 walks, only 1 strikeout. And you look at his statistics, Jesse, he's batting under 150, but he gets on base by walks.
Not yet. Jesse Hakinen's not done with this at bat. Sotres out of Brother Rice. On base percentage 455. And there's walk number 9 for him. 9 walks compared to just 1 strikeout. There's only 2 base hits so far for Sotres in the Lemonade League, and yet he's on again. Lay up to second.
And Zach Hickey's going, what the heck, man? Why not? Why am I not the walkman? Well, he's got too many hits. Sotres just walks.
Gabe Sotres has only 2 hits, and he scored 9 runs. Swing and a miss by Jake Rydquist. That's the thing. Sotres gets on, and he scores. Darren Davis from Toledo leads the league with 10 runs scored. And then tied for second, 9 runs. Mark Connolly, Adam Purdy, Andrew Morrow, Zaid Walker, and Gabe Sotres. Just a remarkable thing. Well, you've got Lay at second, Sotres at first, and nobody out. But Jesse Hakinen looks for his 2nd strikeout. And he gets it. Down goes Rydquist on 3 pitches.
Well, Jake has struggled. His batting average under 100, and a guy that he's drawn some walks, but just hasn't been able to find it offensively so far through the first 12 games.
Now here's Van Acker. 2 on, 1 out. No score in the 2nd inning. Acker batting 8th in the order for the Lugnuts, the starting 2nd baseman. He went for it all right there. Came up empty. Acker last year playing for Concordia hit .277. Fouls this one up and out of play off to the right side. His OPS was .809 though. 14 doubles, 4 home runs, 27 knocked in. And then he followed that up this year. He was batting .358, 471 OBP, 698 slugging with 4 homers, and more walks than strikeouts in 18 games before the college season was shut down. Here's a 1-2. Zach Hickey starts it and throws it away to right field. Lays around third, heading home. Steigel's throw is late. There's run number 1. Lugnuts lead. Sotres to third, Acker at first.
We'll have to take another look here and see what happened, if that throw was a little wide or if there was a chance for a catch. We're going to get an error either way. And here it is one more time. So broken bat out of the box from Acker. Comes pretty smoothly to Hickey, and he just threw it wide of the bag. So that's going to go down as an E5 on Hickey. A guy that's normally pretty sure-handed over there. And that allows, instead of a potential double play, an inning-ending double play. And the Lugnuts continue and get their first run.
Joey Pay 1. 2 balls and no strikes. Heikkinen overthrowing on the first 2 offerings. Top of the order, and Colin Cornwell waiting on deck. Foul just beneath us in the press box area. Joey Pewan from Madonna. Hitter's pitch. Tails in. I mentioned how good Van Acker had been consistently for Concordia. Pewan, different story. Batted just .236 a couple of years ago for Madonna. Those on-base percentage was great. Raised that enormously this past year. Was batting .386. And he draws a walk here. That loads up the bases for Colin Cornwell.
Well, not the guy that you want coming up if you're the Locos because he has delivered numerous times. You want a guy to knock in some runs. How about Colin Cornwell, who's driven in 9, first in the Lemonade League. And again, no Darren Davis tonight, his second time that he hasn't played one of these games. But as we watched the first time he missed, Colin Cornwell stepped up and led off perfectly fine. Dangerous hitter coming to the plate.
Colin Cornwell said, of all the pitchers in the Lemonade League, who's the toughest to hit? Brought up Jesse Hakinen's name.
Well, and he won the first battle between the two tonight with that walk, and then also was able to swipe a couple of bags before he was left stranded at third.
Here's round 2. Up and in.
Round 2 sounds like it's a boxing match out there, one-on-one, which it kind of is, just without the physicality, but one-on-one in a big spot here where the Lugnuts already lead by a run. Can't afford to give up any more if you're the Locos.
Breaking ball to the outside corner. I always do think about that one-on-one, the pitcher against the hitter, that individual battle. But the pitcher has some guys helping him out behind him. That escapes the catcher, Paladar. From third base, Sotres for the plate. Toss gets right past Hakkinen, but it's backed up by Hickey. 2-0 Lugnuts.
Well, this yet again another mistake by the Locos. You get the error from Hickey to bring in that first run, and now the ball that gets away and escapes Paladar, and that brings in the second run. And this has already equaled the total of runs that the Lugnuts had on Sunday in that doubleheader.
A wild pitch for Hakkinen. In this second inning, 1 hit, 2 walks, 1 error. Paywan at second, Acker at third base. And that one is blocked by Paladar.
Isn't that amazing how that happens, Jesse? It's called a wild pitch, but in actuality it was a strike because Cornwell swung. It's just unique to see how that happens.
Sometimes a breaking ball can be a little bit too nasty.
Yeah.
2-2. Count is run full on Cornwell for a second consecutive plate appearance.
And speaking of that breaking ball, interested to see if we get it here. Cornwell, in that interview you did with him, Jesse, said one of the reasons Hakkinen is so tough is those off-speed and secondary pitches that he can hit with.
Here you go. Payoff. It is the breaking ball, and it's a dribbler up the first base side. They let it roll, and it hits the base. It's an RBI infield single for Cornwell, knocking home Acker. Paywan to third base. 3-0 Lugnuts.
If you're wondering if it's going good for Cornwell in this league, take a look at that last at bat, because the Locos, I think, did the correct thing there. They weren't going to get this speedy Cornwell if they picked it up, so they were hoping. Hit a rock, hit a bump, hit something, roll foul, and we'll see it right here. That ball went right down the line, and how about that for an RBI infield single?
Now here's Mark Connolly, who skies this one. Adam Purdy makes the catch from center field. Tagging at third, Paywan speeds home to score. Sac fly by Connolly. And it's a 4-run bottom of the second inning for the Lugnuts. 2 outs now with Cornwell staying at first base. Here's the 8th batter of the inning, Zaid Walker. Just checking in with Cornwell. Remember, he had those 2 steals against Hakkinen in the first inning. And again, the pickoff throw. Not in time, but it was close. Cornwell going back in on his feet.
This half inning right here looks a lot more of what we expect from the Lugnuts offensively. Remember, they scored 11 runs in 4 straight games before they were shut down on Sunday. So eager to get back out there today after a few days off, and they've delivered in this second inning.
The first offering to Zaid Walker. Cornwell takes off. No throw by Paladar. Colin Cornwell has his 3rd steal of the game.
And he is now your steals leader in the Lemonade League, Jesse. Overtaking his teammate, Zaid Walker.
He is doing some kind of work. By the way, here's Walker, who takes a called strike. So you know Zaid wants nothing more to get on, and then he'll go to work.
Well, again, if Walker was smart, he would have swung at the first pitch and put it in play.
Or foul it off. That curveball is high.
That is, of course, if he were thinking selfishly and not caring about his team, which is the exact opposite of what these guys are out there doing.
Walker, by the way, 9 runs batted in. Has him right there at the top in the Lemonade League. Chance here with 2 outs. That is just a little low. 4 runs have been scored by the Lugnuts in this bottom of the 2nd inning. A leadoff single by Hunter Lay, a walk to Gabe Sotres, a strikeout of Rydquist, but then the throwing error on the third baseman Hickey, the run-scoring wild pitch, a walk, an RBI single, a sac fly. Walker takes ball 4.
Well, and this has at times been the problem for Heikkinen. He's got those good secondary pitches, but sometimes he can't locate with that fastball, and he's thrown 4 base on balls already tonight and 3 in this 2nd inning.
Cal Johnston warms up in the Locos bullpen. 2 on, 2 out for Andrew Morrow. There's a strike. It really does have us appreciate the kind of pitching that we saw from the Locos on Sunday. Colin Bradley threw a complete game. 5 innings, 1 run allowed. Pickoff throw to second base. Just checking in with Colin Cornwell. Wasn't a lot of mustard on it. Brock Henley didn't really commit, flying in from his second base spot. 0-1 for Morrow. Breaking ball, both runners take off, no throw by Paladar. So Walker steals second, Cornwell takes third.
Cornwell going, catch me if you can, to both Heikkinen and to Walker.
I don't remember that movie. 2 balls and a strike on Morrow.
Not a great way to live your life. Certainly would not want to be the main character and catch me when you can.
On the other hand, to be Colin Cornwell or Zaid Walker.
Absolutely.
Taking bases at will. Andrew Morrow fouls it off. 2-2. Morrow's first time up, he ended the first inning with a flyout to Purdy in center. Heikkinen trying to get him to end this second. Just did catch a piece. Four runs in. 4-0 Lugnuts. Cornwell at third. Walker at second. 2-2. Zach Hickey with the throw across. Preston fought the sun, but he kept the foot on the bag and received, and that does end the inning. 9 Lugnuts hit, 4 Lugnuts scored. We're going to the 3rd inning. It's 4-0 Lugnuts in the Lemonade League.
The proud son of an immigrant father, John Hernandez found his own path through a field of smoke. When wildfires threatened communities, John jumped into danger, fighting through fear and fatigue until the fire was contained. John found his fighting spirit in one of the most dangerous jobs in the world, a job few are willing to do. Since 1925, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from, it matters what you're made of. Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit.
Every act, every gesture counts right now. Because together, it all makes a difference. And staying committed to the health of our communities is everything. which is why Blue Cross will remain committed to you, ensuring you can get the care you need with resources like virtual doctor visits and our 24-hour nurse line. You'll have access wherever and whenever you need it. Blue Cross will stay by your side for whatever comes next.
Lugnuts take the lead after a 4-run second, so we move to the third from Cooley Law School Stadium. Alongside Jesse Goldberg-Strassler, Adam Jackson. Great to have Lemonade League baseball once again tonight on a beautiful 80-degree night in Michigan State Capitol. Third inning of work for Ethan Young as he faces Matthew Williams, Adam Purdy, and Owen Ruddock. Lugnuts looking for a little payback. They lost both games on Sunday. First time they had dropped 2 in a row in the same day because it was our first doubleheader. We are still waiting for our first home run derby swing-off. Again, if you're new to the Lemonade League, we'll play the 7 innings, and if we're tied after 7, home run derby swing-off to decide the winner. This is hit deep to left center field. Paywan, Cornwell going after it, and it's over both of their heads off the Miller Lite sign around second. Williams thinking about third. The throw is late, and it's a sliding triple to open up the third inning. That baseball was crushed out to left center. And if the wall's not 20 feet tall, Jesse, that could have been a home run.
Matthew Williams is a really intriguing player. We've seen him on the mound. We've seen him all over. Now, his bat started slow in the Lemonade League, but he has heated up in a major way.
The Locos now have 6 triples, and the man at third, Matthew Williams, has 2. Swing and a miss for the leadoff man, Adam Purdy.
He just has a knack of putting the barrel of his bat to the baseball. He is consistently hitting the ball hard right now.
OBP up over 400 for Williams out of Albion. That stays upstairs for Young. That, just the second hit that Ethan Young has allowed. First extra base hit, and the Locos, great chance to get on the board in the third. 1-1. That was close. 2-1. Locos record coming into tonight, 5-6 after that twin bill double winning on Sunday. 3-1. And the Lugnuts, the opposite record there, 6-5. Game 12 tonight. We'll play 20. Tonight, the first of 6 straight games, leading all the way into Monday evening. And that's ball 4. So 4 straight balls to Purdy. And the first 2 have reached in the third.
I like that patience from Adam Purdy. He's up there, runner at third, nobody out, trying to figure out what he can do to bring him in, but not expanding his zone.
You know who also is a really good hitter and just puts the ball in play? The man that just stepped into the box, Owen Ruddock. Takes it inside. He flew out to center field on the first pitch that he saw. He's played in just 5 games, but he's racked up 7 hits. And now off to second. There goes Purdy. Slide, and they say he's out. Purdy thought he was safe. There was no look from Acker as to suggest that he thought he had tagged him out. But Mitch Tresiak said they got the tag down.
It was a high tag, and Purdy's thinking, I got in there down low. By the time he put the tag on me, my foot was already on the bag.
We'll see if the guys can get us another look at that momentarily. In the meantime, Ruddock ahead, 2 balls, no strikes, because I certainly thought that Purdy was safe too. The 2-0. Off the end of the bat, trickling foul.
All right, let's go to that replay right now.
The suspense is building. We'll give it to you. Our guys are working on it. Young delivers, blows it by Ruddock. 85 on the gun, and it's 2-2. Well, certainly don't want to be the first out. Here it is again, Jesse. Took off. Young still had the ball, and boy, he looks safe to me. This one in on the hands. Jam to Acker. Run will score. 2 outs, but the Lugnuts give up the first run to the Locos.
You know what helped there, though, was Van Acker's quick tag. Acker received that throw from Young and slapped it down as quickly as he could. And that made the play closer than it might have, that we might have expected.
You saw the big smile from Adam Purdy when he ran off. He didn't think he was out. But it isn't out. Locos do get a run across. Now Cade Preston jammed inside, ball 1. Grounded out to third. Jake Rydquist in AB number 1 in that first inning. Young delivers. Swing and a miss. Cade Preston, a .250 hitter. 2 home runs, 8 RBI. Those 2 home runs lead the league. This is driven out to left. Too far under it, though. Paywan has room as he comes in and closes the mitt for the third and final out. After a triple, though, from Williams, he's knocked in on the Ruddock ground out, and the Locos on the board as we move to the bottom of the third.
When you think about it, there are lots of reasons to buy a new home. And with mortgage rates this low at LAFQ, it's all you need to make your move. Because you may not have the space for anything else, but there's always room for a great mortgage rate from LAFQ. Want a low mortgage rate for your new home? Ask for LAFQ. Stop in today or go to LAFQ.com/mortgage. LAFQ, your credit union for life.
All right, fans, it's time for LAFQ Trivia, your credit union for life. Let's see what the question is tonight. Which of the following managers did not win a Midwest League championship with the Lugnuts? Let's see what the options are. A, B, or C, Bob Harold, Mike Redmond, or Julio Garcia. Which of these managers did not win a Midwest League championship with the Lansing Lugnuts? Certainly want you to go and check it out if you know, or if you just want to take a guess, go to www.milb.com/Lansing/fans/contest to answer and enter. Tricky one tonight, Jesse.
Yes, it is. You know, the Lugnuts have only won 2 championships.
That's right.
2 of those managers won it, 1 did not.
So if you know the answer, or again, if you want to take a guess, check out there on the screen how to enter, milb.com/Lansing/fans/contests.
While our capacity is limited, we are still able to welcome numerous other fans with our faces in the crowd, presented by Jackson National Life Insurance. As a reminder, 20% of all the proceeds goes to support Ellie's Place. Thank you for supporting a great cause and joining us here tonight. Now here's Adam.
And the first pitch, flied out to right. And closing the mitt there is Michael Steigels for the first out of this third inning. So Hunter Lay put away.
Well rhymed.
Yes, indeed. All 9 batters came to the plate in that last half inning for the Lugnuts. Scored 4 runs on a couple of hits. 1 error by the Locos and did leave 2 stranded, but they've taken that 3-run lead after the Locos got 1 run back in the last half inning. Gabe Sotres takes strike 1. The Walkman Ninth walk in that opening at bat in the second, and came around to score the Lugnuts' second run. That stays up high. And it looks like we've got a new pitcher as Jesse Hankinen is done. Cal Johnston, as Jesse mentioned to you earlier, was warming up in the bullpen, has come out for his first inning of work. And he's ahead 1-2. Well, a good start for him. One pitch, one out to Hunter Lay. Now he's ahead of Sotrez, 1-2. Johnston deals. Strike 3 on the outer edge. 2 up, 2 down for Cal Johnston.
That is a slider. And he started that slider over the heart of the zone and broke it right to the outside corner.
And that was a fancy-looking slider. So Cal Johnston, the 225-pound freshman out of Lansing Community College, trying to get a 1-2-3 third. Fires in another strike to Jake Rydquist, who was a strikeout victim in the second, to Jesse Hankinen. Grand Ledge Comet ready with the 0-1. That stays up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jesse Hankinen finishes 2 innings pitched tonight. Gave up the 2 hits, 4 runs, 4 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Third pitch flies inside. Jesse, sorry I'm putting you on the spot here. What are you thinking for earned runs? We had the error in that second inning from Hickey. 2-1. This is bounced to shortstop. Glove down the run by Ruddock. Throwing, Preston stretches, and that is the 3rd out. Excellent defense up the middle from Ruddock, ranging to the left. And how about that first inning for Cal Johnston? Let's check back in with Jesse.
I'll answer that question in the 4th inning.
I love that tease. Come on back to find out how many earned runs Jesse Hankinen did give up after 3, 4-1 Lugnuts.
A new day dawns and we greet it with gratitude, thankful for the heroes on the front lines taking big risks daily to keep us safe. We at Dean Transportation stand at the ready with them, supporting our communities in their time of need. We've been delivering food and medical supplies, volunteering our time, and boosting morale to keep spirits high. Our passengers may have temporarily changed, but our commitment to transporting your most precious cargo has never wavered. Dean Transportation, working together, delivering the good.
It is time to play our Dean Trailways, The Bus Stops Here. Are you ready? We've got our Lugnuts baseball caps. We've put the bus in the middle cap. We shake them up. We rotate them. We shuffle them. We ask you, can you find the bus at the end of this? You know, the Lansing Lugnuts in team history dating back to 1996 have only really had 2 primary bus drivers. Larry Duminy drove the Lugnuts from 1996 all the way through 2011. And since 2012, Mark Leeper has been at the helm, driving the Lugnuts. It's been wonderful. Now choose the baseball cap. Which one is that Dean Trailways bus under? It was under cap number 3. Some knowledge, had some Dean Trailways. The bus stops here with the baseball cap shuffle.
Ready for the 4th inning, 4-1 Lugnuts. As we come back to Cooley Law School Stadium, Adam Jackson, Jesse Goldberg-Strassler. Nice quick 3rd inning for Cal Johnston. And we left you on a hook there before we went to the break, as Ethan Young starts up the 4th against Alex McCormick. First pitch, up and out. And that was finishing up the book on Jesse Hankinen. 4 runs, and we totaled it up, Jesse. How many earned runs?
Well, we're looking at 3 earned runs.
2 balls, no strikes.
Just in reconstructing the inning, putting it all back together with the error committed by the 3rd baseman, Zach Hickey.
So there you go. 2 innings pitched, 2 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts for the Spartan. And starter for the Locos, Jesse Hankinen. In the meantime, Ethan Young has gotten through 3 innings, giving up just 2 hits, the 1 run. He has walked 2, struck out 1. That is strike 1 to McCormick. Has to go back and pick up the bat. He struck out in his first at bat, GVSU Laker. Now he can take his base. Well, a pretty cool story in Major League Baseball for the Lansing Lugnuts parent club last night. They finally had their official home opener. They've been kind of the traveling circus because of COVID-19 and not wanting people from the United States to come to the Rogers Center in Toronto. Ball 1 to Michael Steigels. So they played a couple of quote-unquote home games at Nationals Park and around Major League Baseball, but yesterday they opened up at home for their park in 2020. Salem Field, of course, the home of the AAA affiliate of the Blue Jays, the Buffalo Bisons. And what's unique about playing and opening up there, that park was originally made to hold a major league team. 1 and 2.
Largest capacity in all of minor league baseball in Salem.
1988, back in April 1988, can seat over 16,000 fans. 1-2. That's up high to Michael Steigels. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So pretty cool, the transformation, Jesse, because they were looking for a home. They were not told until recent before the season that Rogers City wasn't going to work out. So they're kind of browsing around. The Lugnuts even mentioned they were open to holding the Blue Jays for the home of 2020.
It felt like there was a stigma, like, well, we can't play major league games in a AAA park. But once they set to work on it, the upgrades were just gorgeous.
That's ball 4, so McCormick can settle into second base as he was looking to swipe it. Back-to-back walks to open the 4th for Ethan Young. And it was a homecoming, as we see a visit to the mound from pitching coach Riley McCauley. For a lot of the Blue Jays, because they all came up through or most of them came up through the system, and they stopped in Buffalo. So it was cool last night. The Blue Jays got behind 1-0, and then Bo Bichette hit the 3-run homer to put them up. They eventually would win in extra innings with the Blue Jays, but guys like Bo and Vladdy Guerrero and some of the others that had played in that stadium, kind of cool that now it's going to be their home here in 2020.
And not just the players, but the manager of the Toronto Blue Jays, Charlie Montoya, back when he was a player, had a home run. His first AAA home run was in Buffalo.
A lot of history there, and a park again that was made to hold a major league team, and years later, they finally get their home opener.
I was looking up some Buffalo baseball trivia. Do you know the famous baseball movie that was filmed in Buffalo?
I do not know what it is.
It was not Field of Dreams, right? That's Iowa. It was not Bull Durham.
Was it The Natural?
Yes, it
That's
was
what
The
it was,
Natural.
Yeah.
The New York Knights, Robert Redford.
Hickey with a 2-0. That's spun back off the netting.
Here's another one for you. So Buffalo actually had a major league team back in the 19th century. And then in the early part of the 20th century, the Federal League started up to directly challenge the major leagues. Buffalo had a Federal League team. What's important about that is a Federal League stadium still exists.
I believe that Federal League team name was the Buffalo Blues.
Yeah. So can you name the last remaining stadium from the Federal League?
I have no chance at this one.
Yes, you do. And here's how you know. It's still used in the major leagues. So think about a super old stadium.
It's got to be Wrigley or Fenway.
Wrigley Field it is, built for the Chicago Federal League team, and it still exists.
That's pretty awesome. Now, what's pretty awesome for the Locos, they've now drawn 3 straight walks, nobody out, and they have an opportunity to get right back in this game as Craig Paladar steps up. McCormick has walked, Steigels has walked, and now Hickey has walked. And Paladar takes strike one. So happy to see that last night. The Toronto Blue Jays taking down the Miami Marlins. Unfortunately, tonight doesn't look like they're going to get that second win at home, trailing 8-0 over there in Buffalo.
No, the top prospect, Nate Pearson, just did not have it today.
One to Paladar. That's outside. And we'll wrap up our Buffalo talk. We mentioned the players and the managers getting a homecoming. Also, just because Jesse and I obviously pay a lot of attention to this, Ben Wagner, the lead voice for the Toronto Blue Jays on the radio, he also spent his major minor league time with the Buffalo Bisons. That's strike two. He was calling games there for years before getting the call up a couple of seasons ago to be the Blue Jays guy. So although he's not actually at the park, still an opportunity for him to revisit his past. So pretty cool story all around. Make sure you follow the Blue Jays all year, all the home games at Salin Field in Buffalo.
You'd figure Paladar should get a good pitch to hit right here.
3-2 on its way. And it's ball four. How about this, Jesse? 4 straight walks, and it walks in a run with the bases loaded. This is so Locos. Just one base at a time. Take your walks. They had 73 walks as a team coming into tonight, and now 5 more to give them 78, and that's going to be it for Ethan Young.
Cameron Martin ready in the pen. Ethan Young simply lost command of the zone this inning.
And all of a sudden, this is a really important spot for Cameron Martin. Bases loaded, still nobody out. You've got a 2-run lead. You're hoping you can hang on to it, but it doesn't get any more difficult than this right here entering the game.
Now, we've seen Cameron Martin pitch better and better as things have gone on for him in the Lemonade League. He's become one of the Lugnuts' best relievers. Tell you this too, Adam. Martin is a strikeout reliever who does not walk a lot of guys. That's exactly what they want right here. Attack these hitters with Henley and Williams waiting in the wings. Bottom part of the order. But you know that Brock Henley has a knack of hitting the baseball. He collects his hits in bunches. Matthew Williams, his last time up, he just tripled to left center. So it's not like Cameron Martin's coming in there and, hey, he'll be home free, just bear down. Locos are looking to get themselves right back in this game.
Martin's given up 12 hits so far through 6 2/3 innings of work. Just 2 walks, though, as Jesse mentioned. He doesn't typically throw that ball out of the zone, and he's racked up 7 strikeouts. So a guy that the Lugnuts are hoping can force the Logos to swing the bat, as they've walked 4 straight times to open up this 4th inning. And this, again, the middle through the bottom part of the order. So a couple of batters from now, you'll switch it back, and Adam Purdy, Owen Ruddock, Cade Preston, top 3 in the order, could potentially have a shot. So even more pivotal that Martin tries to get through these bottom 2 guys. Henley grounded out, and as Jesse told you, Matthew Williams on deck, tripled earlier in this game. First pitch inside to Henley, and the balls continue. Each team with 2 hits apiece. Right now the Lugnuts lead by 3. There's a strike poured in.
That is right down the pike.
Martin out of LCC. Henley fouls it off. 1-2.
Adam, I'd expect the curveball here.
Steigels at third, Hickey at second, Paladar at first. The 1-2. He doesn't go with the curve.
No, he's climbing the ladder with the fastball.
Like that, though, with a pitch to waste. Try and get Paladar or check that Henley to chase. 2-2. There is the curve, and there is the strikeout pitch.
That is his bread and butter. Threw that ball basically at Henley's body, and then the break of it right through the inside corner.
There is nothing you can do about that if you're Henley. You said it. Looks like it's coming right at you and then comes back in and catches the inside corner. Now Matthew Williams. He swings and misses.
I mean, this is what you have to do when you take on Cameron Martin. Is when he starts you off with a fastball, you have to hit it. And as we've seen, he doesn't really walk batters, so the fastball's in the zone. But he goes fastball, fastball, fastball until he's got you 2 strikes, and then he's coming right at you with that hammer.
Third pitch. That glides away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Martin out of Eisenhower, the Eagles, where he attended high school. Same spot as John Fantazzo from the Lugnuts. His teammate, Saginaw Valley State. This is flied foul down the third base side and tailing away from Zaid Walker. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Here you go. What do you think? Curveball count now?
Yeah, I think so. I know it's dangerous. If you miss, it's 3-2 and the bases are loaded. But with how he located it last time, give it a go. See what he does. There is the big curve, left it up. And a big payoff pitch coming to the 9-hitter, Matthew Williams. Got Adam Purdy, leadoff man looming on deck. The 3-2. And we'll do it again.
Well, everything is a fastball that is at the belt or higher. He has not gotten that fastball down yet. So if Matthew Williams can just have that bat swing, can get ready quickly enough and get around on it, he could pound one.
He gets this one up to left, dropping, and it gets underneath of Pei-Wan. This will score 1 run, and everybody will have to just move up 1 bag because they had to hold to see if that was going to be caught or not. So Steigels comes in. It's 4-3 on the RBI single from Williams.
He was jammed. And that is a great backup by center fielder Colin Cornwell. Because once that ball's past Pei-Wan, you worry that there's major trouble. That all those runners are going to be around in the bases and you'll have yourself a carousel. But as things were, it's a good job by the Lugnuts defense to hold them to simply station to station.
Now Adam Purdy. Ball 1. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Saw that a couple of days ago in the major leagues. Guy went diving for one. It goes all the way to the wall and turns into an inside the park home run. This is sliced out to left. It'll fall for a base hit. Hickey comes in, and we're tied at 4 thanks to the RBI single from Purdy.
I love that cutoff by the first baseman Morrow, too. All the way down the third base line, because that throw home by the left fielder Pei-Wan overshot his cutoff man, wasn't on line for the catcher. Right now, they're just trying to limit the damage.
Well, they are limiting the damage. This is such a typical Locos half inning, Jesse. They don't get the big swing. They haven't gotten it yet. Everybody that's gotten on has taken 1 base, and everybody has moved up 1 base. But the Locos continue to produce. 8th batter to the plate in Owen Ruddock. 4 straight walks to open the half inning. Henley struck out. But Williams, RBI single. Purdy, RBI single. And the base is still loaded for Owen Ruddock. And he's down 0-2. Ruddock 0 for 2 tonight with a flyout and the ground out in the 3rd, but he did have an RBI attached to that ground out. Matthew Williams coming in to score the first run.
Adam, have a look at that gorgeous Davenport batting helmet. Got the old English D.
Lit up tonight in the sun as it comes down here in Lansing. 1-2. This is a classic Locos game right here, and a classic half inning trailing. They like playing from behind, it seems like. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Remember, their first win in this league came when they were trailing in dramatic fashion, and they turned it into back-to-back come-from-behind wins. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jesse, of course, we remember Sunday when they were down 1-0 entering the the top of the 5th. They get the 2 runs and then hang on to win to take both games of the doubleheader. They're a comeback team. 2-2 is sliced out to center. It's caught on the run by Cornwell. Tagging at third, here comes Paladar. The throw bounces in late, and the Locos have their first lead. Second RBI tonight for Ruddock. And he got just enough on it. Cornwell did all he could, put it where it needed to be, but it was a touch late. And it's a 4-run half inning.
You mentioned the comebacks by the Locos. Consider this too. In this series, they lost 5 of the first 7 games. But you know what? They win this one. Through 12 games, each team will have won 6.
Strike 1 to Cade Preston, the 9th batter to come up. We saw a 9-batter second inning for the Lugnuts where they scored their 4 runs. Preston, if he gets out here, would be the 9th batter in a 4-run half inning. Could be exactly identical in terms of batters to the plate and runs scored.
Adam, I think there's trouble here for Martin. Fastball up. This is the wrong batter to give that fastball to. That's where it needs to be, right there at the knees. And now that sets up either the fastball above the zone or the curveball if he wants it.
1-2 on Preston, who's 0 for 2 tonight. That's sent the other way and foul.
That was trouble. This is what pitchers work on so much, is where you throw that fastball, and simply pitches in general. But you need to make sure it's not just work into the corners. It's making sure you don't leave anything up right in the batter's wheelhouse.
Martin's 1-2. Got him to chase with the breaker outside, and that'll get us through the top of the 4th. But a 4-run half inning. The Locos have their first lead. Lugnuts to the plate when we come back.
Want a chance to be featured on a Lemonade League broadcast and to win an all-inclusive Lugnut Suite experience from Farm Bureau Insurance? Submit a video of you, your family, your friends, shoot even your dog or cat singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Enter at www.milb.com/Lansing/fans/contests. That summer 7th inning stretch presented by Farm Bureau Insurance.
Lugnuts trailing for the first time tonight. They'll have the bottom of the order, Van Acker, Joey Paywan, before we go back to the top, and Colin Cornwell. Cal Johnston begins his second inning of work, a 1-2-3 third. So he got right through Lay, Sotres, and Ridequist. And things have turned in the Locos' favor, as we just talked about in the last half inning. Many times we've seen this. Lugnuts get a lead, Locos come back. Now what kind of response do we get from the Lugnuts? First opportunity comes from the Eaton Rapids Greyhound. Van Acker steps in. Johnston stays up. Acker reached on the fielder's choice in the second, came in to score the Lugnuts' 3rd run in that 4-run second inning. Swing and a miss. 3 hits in the league for Van Acker, 3 driven in. Strikeouts have been up. He's fanned 10 times, has walked 3 times. This one is driven out to left. Williams saw it late, and it gets over his head and off the wall. Acker glides into second, and he's got a double to lead off the 4th.
That is exactly what we've been waiting to see from Van Acker. That's just too tough for Williams, though he did his best.
Well, and if we get another look, Jesse, he didn't see that
No.
quickly off the bat.
In Chat Lemon today, Colin Cornwell was talking about simply how difficult it is to adjust, especially when the lights come on.
Joey Paywan breaks his bat. Bounce to Henley. 1 out, Acker to third. Yeah, Colin Cornwell, outfielder for the Lugnuts, he mentioned that it took a couple of games to adjust to this stadium and the glare that comes off the suites and the lights here at Cooley Law School Stadium. So, again, Jesse, you and I have talked about it off the air, but a lot of these guys, whether it's D2, D3, or even D1, still a lot of those stadiums don't have lights, which means these guys are typically playing day games and not as accustomed to playing night games with the lights on. So it's just a little bit different look. Takes some time to get used to that. First pitch stays up and in to Colin Cornwell, one of the guests on Chat Lemon with Jesse Goldberg-Strassler, does 1 a week. The 1-0 pitch. Outside 2-0. Just remind everyone who you had on this week and how they can go watch this week's episode.
The director of baseball, Chad Roskelley, the commish, Greg Kiger, talking about the yellow baseballs, and our special guest stars, Colin Cornwell and Brandon Shire.
2 SVSU teammates, and one of them at the plate right now, Cornwell, ahead 3 balls and no strikes. And again, it was Greg Kiger who's talking about the yellow baseballs.
There, by the way, there's that drive right over Matthew Williams to start off this inning for Van Acker.
He kind of was frozen as it left the bat. Ooh. Strike 1 called on Cornwell. He was ready to go to first. But basically it was the GM, Tyler Parsons here, the Lugnuts, that got those yellow baseballs, ordered them up, and they have been living strong here in the Lemonade League. There's ball 4. 5-pitch walk to Colin Cornwell, who is on for a 3rd straight time. Thrives in that leadoff spot.
He's thriving in this league. I mean, this has been a coming out party for Colin Cornwell.
I think my favorite part of Chet Lemon this week, Jesse. First pitch to Mark Connolly. Strike 1. Jesse politely asked Brandon Shire and Colin Cornwell if he could read off their stats as if that was going to be a bad thing. No, no, no. Their stats are phenomenal coming into Game 12. Both of them excelling. This is looped out to right. Hanging up for Steigels. Van Acker will tag. And the throw doesn't get there in time. The Lugnuts have tied things up in the 4th. Sac fly for Mark Connolly makes it 5-5.
That was almost dangerous for Colin Cornwell, who did not identify where that baseball was. So as he went to second base, he had to make sure that he retouched second on his way back to first. Oh, Adam, I just wanted to make sure they were okay with it because I know players who hate their stats being on the video board, who want nothing to do with them.
Zaid Walker swings through that first pitch.
I mean, the feeling is once you hear about it, it's going to change the way that you play.
You're a better man than me, because I think I would have just read them. Especially when they're that good. The 0-1. No balls, 2 strikes. Now, Brandon Shire has the night off. As you can see from Colin Cornwell's performance tonight, 1 for 1 with an RBI and a couple of walks and 4 stolen bases. Certainly hasn't affected him, hearing that he's been playing pretty well in this league. 0-2. There goes Cornwell. Strike 3, though, on Walker. He's down for the second time tonight, and we are done through 4. Lugnuts answer the 4-run half inning from the Locos and get the sac fly from Connolly. Tied at 5, 3 innings left to go.
Let's talk about some of the dynamic athletes who played in the Negro Leagues.
Yeah.
And I always look at it this way. When I see a LeBron James or I see Michael Jordan come back try to play baseball, those were athletes that would have been in the Negro Leagues.
Oh,
there
no
was
question.
no other professional
No
option.
question. No question. The greatest athletes in the world played baseball because that was really the only way that you could make a living in a team sport. Now, if you're going to be a prize fighter and get in the ring with Joe Louis, go right ahead. Not too many people were making that business decision.
Negro League baseball, all you needed was a bus, a couple of sets of uniforms. You could have 20 of the best athletes that ever lived.
They could have played anything. Jackie Robinson's weakest sport was likely baseball.
Robbie's coming to the plate. He steals it.
He was a much better basketball, football, track athlete, hell, some say an even better tennis player.
Well, I don't know what kind of a man I am, but I think I'm a pretty good ball player.
Guys like Nat Sweetwater Clifton, who was the first African-American to sign a contract in the NBA. He's a 6'7", 6'8" first baseman for the Chicago American Giants. Goose Tatum, who was perhaps the game's first real two-sport professional star, invented the hook shot, is in the Basketball Hall of Fame, was a slick fielding first baseman for the Indianapolis Clowns. So that's the kind of athlete that the Negro Leagues were drawing.
Brand new game here with 3 innings to go. 5-5 our score between the Locos and the Lugnuts. Alex McCormick leads off the 5th. Ball 1 from Cameron Martin. 9 batters to the plate in that last half inning. McCormick led it off with a walk. He's got a chance to do the same here, up 2 balls and no strikes. Swing and a miss. Martin's 2-1. There's another swing and a miss. Great stuff to come back and even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Here's that curveball count.
LCC against GVSU. And LCC wins the battle. Strike 3 on McCormick.
He just went right after him and blew him away.
That's now 3 strikeouts for Martin. And Jesse, we were talking about it. Martin comes in. He doesn't walk a lot of guys. And to this point, he hasn't walked anybody. Ball's either been put in play or he's struck him out. 3 now, and here comes Steigels. This is driven out to left. Park seems like it's going to hold it as Paywan twists back, and he has to reach out at the last moment, but snags it for the second out.
Gave me a little pause when he did the full 360 out there.
The pirouette, take your eye off the ball and find it again. Whatever works. There's no such thing as a normal fly ball, is there? They're all different. That one was a little fun in the left field side. Zach Hickey up, who's walked a couple of times. 11 times he's now walked in the Lemonade League. Scored the 4th run for the Locos as well.
I wonder if Zach was pressing at the plate earlier on in the Lemonade League when he wasn't hitting. Now he's letting the game come to him. All right, showing good patience. He's got the right approach. And he's watching every single pitch in. He's identifying really well right now.
3 hits in the league, but again, the walks are up. He's getting on base. 3 balls and a strike. And I think you're right, Jesse. Again, if you're not going to get strikes thrown to you, don't try and reach out of the zone and put them in play. Make sure the pitches come to you. And that's what he started to do. This is driven out to right center, but Walker is there. And we're through 4.5, tied at 5 at Cooley Law School Stadium in Lansing.
Oh my god. It's Lanny. Okay. Charlotte. Charlotte. No. Minimini. See you minimini. Minimini. Is that Minimini. Menominee. Menominee. Monopoly. McKinnon. Mackinac. Mackinac. That's how it's pronounced. Give up.
Blue light lime over here.
Grapefruit.
Blood orange, me, Barry.
Got it.
Oh! Oh! Barry, you son of a bass.
Oh.
Just yanking your hook. When you're at the lake, you drink Labatt. That's lake law.
He's to a set position. He throws. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. hits it high and deep to center. Woodrow's at the track. It is gone. Off the apartments. 7th home run this season for Vladdy. 2-0 Lugnuts. He is homered for the 2nd consecutive game.
Still tied at 5 as we bring you back to the bottom of the 5th. Adam Jackson, Jesse Goldberg Strassler, and our entire crew working hard again tonight to bring you Lemonade League action from Cooley Law School Stadium. New man on the mound, Jesse, and pretty easy to tell who it is with his delivery. The sidearm slinger, Aaron Houston out of Central Michigan coming in.
Who is tied for the Lemonade League with most strikeouts, 11 strikeouts for Houston, and just 7 in the 3rd innings. And the Lemonade League is batting just 120 against him.
His first pitch is down low. No surprise, one of the reasons he is the strikeout leader. He's got that unique distribution and arm slot. There it is right there as Morrow was late on it.
Where he's gone wrong has simply been when his command has deserted him. 6 walks, plus he's hit 3 batters with pitches. Plus, he's tossed 3 wild pitches.
You know what I think then, Jesse? He should just tell himself, don't let my command desert me. It's as simple as that, right?
Well, basically, the runners against him have been gift wrapped because it's tough to earn your way on.
Good diving effort from Ruddock, but he can't get to it. Morrow is on for the first time tonight.
Which makes that a really impressive achievement by Andrew Morrow.
All right, it's Hunter Lay's turn. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Scored the Lugnuts' first run in that 4-run second. Base hit, then flied out to right in the 3rd. Let's take a peek at what we're looking at crowd-wise tonight. The Lugnuts released some pretty cool news earlier today. And we've got a big crowd again tonight. You're allowed 100 fans here for these Lemonade League games. And Jesse, from now until next Saturday when the league is done through 20 games, they're all sold out. 1-1, Jets inside, 2-1.
Talked with General Manager Tyler Parsons, and he said, we need people to stop bothering Ross Combs down in the box office. There's nothing more we can do.
They want to see baseball games. And they love that. Those summer and early fall visits to Cooley Law School Stadium. Unfortunately, only 20 opportunities and certainly much more limited capacity than a typical Lugnut season, but shout out to Lansing for all the support and coming out to these games and supporting Good Hops Craft Beer and Bistro. That one gets lay on the leg. And the first two are on in the fifth against Houston. There's that command issue that you were talking about with Houston at times, Jesse.
Fourth batter that he's plunked with a pitch.
I know we keep going back to your Chat Lemon interview, and we're going to give away the whole interview before people get a chance to watch it. But I think was it Cornwell that also was talking about how loud it gets in the outfield? He's playing in the outfield because all of the fans are sitting just beyond the left field wall and into center. Strike one to Sotres, and he said some nights are rowdier than others, but he also said it's pretty cool to turn around and check out the decks up there on the outfield lofts and how packed those have been for people that are living in those and come out to watch baseball games each night in the Lemonade League. So again, all around, thanks so much for the support coming out to these games. Certainly the Lansing Lugnuts staff, how hard they work to put this league together, and the players very much appreciate that. Time called by home plate umpire Austin White. Mitch Treziak, the bases umpire tonight. 1-1 to Sotres. That one stays in.
Just a special experience, and an experience that these players are not going to forget.
The great thing is we've played 11 games nearly through 12, and everything has gone perfectly so far. Really hasn't been any real issues. 2-1 swing and a miss, double steal, the throw down. Morrow's tagged out by Hickey. What a gun down from Paladar.
He had Gabe Sotres swinging and missing. And there is every reason to believe that that might distract a catcher. And yet Craig Paladar caught it, and he ripped it down. Throw right on the money for Hickey. Made it easy for him.
Morrow knew it. He becomes the first out of the fifth as the Lugnuts are trying to take the lead back. They were up 4-0 after two. Sotres somehow dodged that one. 3-2.
Tell you what, too. Craig Paladar, a dealer's choice. Throw it down to third, throw it to second. He could have chosen either runner to throw out. Made the right choice, cutting down the lead runner.
Gabe Sotres has got some sneaky good hidden athleticism, doesn't he? Ball four as the Walkman is aboard again tonight. What, he's stolen 5 bases. I don't want to do this because you're not going to like me for it. But he reminds me of another catcher we saw last year. Not as big, but he's got a little that sneaky athleticism, kind of like Alejandro Kirk. They're different guys, and Kirk is much bigger, but as a catcher, you just don't expect them to be so quick and nimble. You see the way Sotres dodged the way of that pitch. He swiped some bags. It's fun to see those catchers. Hey, we can move too.
If I was Gabe, I would be honored to be placed in the company of Alejandro Kirk.
I mean, Alejandro Kirk's on a high pedestal. There's no doubt about that.
I'm hoping he makes his Major League debut sometime this summer. There's a reporter in Toronto covering the Blue Jays, Scott Mitchell, who said that he believes that Alejandro Kirk would make the Jays' best option for DH right now.
He's not wrong. Jake Rydquist behind a ball and 2 strikes.
Let's see what Houston and his catcher Paladar go with right now. Because he's got that great frisbee slider that he loves to use as an out pitch. But the fastball is nasty from the sidearm angle.
Swing and a miss. Rydquist chased. He's down for a second time tonight. First strikeout for Houston.
That's the fastball. And there's nothing Rydquist could have done.
Well, to think how this half inning started. Base hit, HBP, first 2 on. Then get Morrow trying to steal third. You walk Sotres and then strike out Rydquist. And right now, Houston's got an opportunity to get out unscathed and get us to the 6th, still tied at 5. That one escapes the glove of Paladar, and both runners move up.
That gets right back into, doesn't it, what gives Aaron Houston problems. He allowed the leadoff single tomorrow, but it was a ground ball just outside the range of his shortstop. A hit batter, a walk, and a wild pitch. That's more with the pitcher than anything else. If he can just locate, he should be all right. Then again, let's see how Van Acker adjusts to hitting against that difficult arm angle.
1-1. Outside, that wild pitch, the 4th on Houston. A hit batter earlier, as Jesse told you, was the 4th by Houston as well. So again, sometimes not full control. Those 2 pitches have been much better, but both have just barely missed. And it's 3-1. First base is open. Joey Paywan waits on deck. Tied at 5 in the 5th. Acker swinging away. And a full count pitch coming up.
See, you knew he would get himself a hittable fastball, Adam, but I don't know how hittable that fastball was. That was right there on the inside corner.
Well, and how weird is it, again, when it comes in on the inside corner as a right-handed batter and that arm slot is coming away from the side. That one goes away to the other side of the plate, and it's the second walk given up by Houston, and they're loaded up.
That's arm side against extension side. Now against the left-handed batting Joey Paywan. He kept on trying to stay away, away, away against the right-handed batters, which means coming in against the left-handed batter extension side.
Swing and a miss. Lay chased that one away.
But I like that command. That's that same pitch right with Van Acker. That's arm side. Let's see if he stays arm side.
He does indeed. This time Paywan learns and doesn't swing at the pitch outside for him. 1 ball, 1 strike to the left fielder, who's 0 for 1 tonight. Drew a walk in that 2nd inning and scored that 4th run for the Lugnuts. Another one just missed. He's gone all 3 fastballs just outside the plate. And a hittable pitch coming up potentially for Joey Paywan with the bases loaded. 2 outs, tied at 5. Came in for the first time, but too much. And it's 3-1.
Let me tell you, that pitch didn't miss by much. And that took both Houston and his catcher Paladar by surprise that they didn't get the call.
Cam View, pitching coach now for the Locos, out there to have a discussion with both his catcher and pitcher. Big spot right here. Bases are loaded. Nowhere to put Paywan, and you're down 3 balls and a strike. Christopher Smees, or check that, Nolan Knopf. Christopher Smees' teammate at Saginaw Valley State, warming up in the Locos bullpen. 3-1. Ball 4, and the Lugnuts are back in front.
Just not close.
Only got that first swing and a miss at the edge of the plate, and then through 4 straight balls. A couple were very close, but that last one, you're right, not very enticing for Joey Paywan.
Aaron Houston does not work best when he's a nibbler. He works best when he attacks the hitters from that great arm angle. See, he's nibbling right now, Adam. He's working around the corners.
Well, don't be a nibbler. You can't be against Cornwell. Got to come at him. That's sliced foul. Colin Cornwell, the RBI leader in the Lemonade League. 10 driven in after the RBI single earlier tonight, has reached all 3 times with a couple of walks. He's stolen 4 bases. Excellent guy to have at the top of the order tonight. Swings through that fastball.
See, that's what I'm talking about with attacking.
Now 1-2 on the leadoff man. Bases loaded, a run in to give the Lugnuts a 1-run lead again. That dives inside, it's 2-2. Cornwell came into tonight's game batting .458, and that average and on-base percentage have only gone up tonight. Here he's jammed, and we stay 2 balls, 2 strikes.
This is such an important bottom of the 5th inning. Lugnuts trying to add to their lead, Locos trying to stay right in the game. You know we'll look upon this either as a missed opportunity or as a turning point.
And here comes a payoff pitch to decide it. Good at bat here from Cornwell, swinging at everything in the zone and staying away from everything out of it. Bases loaded with Sotres, Acker, and Paywan, all with walks. The 3-2. Strike 3 late call, and Cornwell can't believe it. He thought it was ball 4 and a second run in for the Lugnuts. Instead, Houston gets out of the jam, does give up the 1 run. 2 innings left. Lugnuts in front by 1.
Come play in Greater Lansing. You'll love our perfect mix of old and new, big city buzz and small town charm. And visiting is easy because it feels like home. Catch Spartan spirit, share an intimate meal, roar with the crowd, or relax in the links. Reconnect with family and make memories that will last a lifetime. Give yourself a weekend and come play in Greater Lansing.
Listen, you can hear it. Different voices, a whole new spirit. Ooh, people working together from every walk of life, making changes for the better. We've come so far. Look where we are. It's a whole new attitude. Yeah, things are changing. We're celebrating people like me and you. We're making it happen day by day. We're making it happen our own way. You can sing your song here, 'cause you belong here. Lansing, we're making it happen.
Five innings down, it is a 6-5 lead in favor of the Lugnuts, who stick with the right-hander Cameron Marnin. 7, 8, 9 batters coming up here for the Locos for the top of the 6th inning. Craig Paladar, the catcher. First offering is grounded to Andrew Morrow, and the first baseman takes it himself. 1 pitch and 1 out. We just saw the Lugnuts take the lead in the bottom half of the 5th inning. A bases-loaded walk drawn by Joey Paywan. The very next batter, Colin Cornwell, thought that he also drew a bases-loaded walk, but he was called out on strikes. And Aaron Houston escaped further damage. Rock Henley takes a called strike at the letters. Cameron Marnin replaced the starting pitcher Ethan Young. 4 batters into the 4th inning. Young walked McCormack, Steigels, Hickey, and Paladar. All of them came around to score. But Marnin recorded all 3 outs and then worked a perfect 5th. Fly ball to Zaid Walker. He's got it. 2 down. Here's Matthew Williams, who is having just a sterling day offensively. Tripled, scored the first Locos run in the 3rd inning. RBI single in the 4-run 4th. Flips this one up in the air. Morrow, the first baseman, looking for room. Does not find it. Back the dugout, then ricocheting up the aisles. Now the Locos as a team only have 4 hits. And Williams 50% of them. Can he keep this up, and can he keep the 6th inning going? His team down by a run. No balls, 2 strikes the count. The baby-faced Williams out of Albion. Adam Purdy, leadoff hitter, waiting on deck. Fouls another one away and stays alive. He has a nondescript stance. Matthew Williams stands up there, bat on his shoulder, waits on the pitcher, and then just puts bat on the ball. Curveball high.
He's got a baby face. I can't unsee it now.
Right? And we've seen him on the mound. We've seen him in the outfield. And we've seen his bat turning into a secret weapon for the Locos. 1-2 from Marnin. Stays alive. Adam, I remember the very first Lemonade League game, I believe it was.
Way back so long ago.
July 23rd. Wasn't it Matthew Williams up there battling against Logan Butchkowski?
Yep.
Down he goes on strikes. Cameron Martin records his 4th strikeout. And that ends a 1-2-3 6th inning. Butchkowski struck him out on that occasion, too, to end the game. To the bottom of the 6th we go. Last chance for the Lugnuts to add insurance.
Every Lemonade League game broadcast is brought to you free across multiple social and digital platforms, including the Lugnuts Facebook and Twitter pages. These live-streamed webcasts are made possible by the following Lugnuts partners: Farm Bureau Insurance, Jackson National Life Insurance, Dan Henry Distributing, Granger, General Motors, Blue Cross Blue Shield, LAFQ, Dean Transportation, WMU Cooley Law School, Capital Region International Airport, Lansing Board of Water and Light, Physicians Health Plan, Meyer, Gordon Food Service, Michigan Student Aid, and Sparrow. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much to our partners for all their support.
To the bottom of the 6th inning. Tonight's attendance, 100. That is capacity. We cannot bring in any more fans than that on orders of the Ingham County Health Directive. So, huge thanks to the folks who are here tonight watching Lemonade League Baseball, to everybody who supported the Lemonade League. We've got baseball games stretching around through Monday. So a 6-day stretch of Lemonade League baseball games. And then we'll take a break, and then we'll get right back to it next week to round off this Lemonade League schedule. Unprecedented times and unprecedented league here in Michigan State Capitol.
I don't mean to correct you, Jesse, but I actually count 116 fans if you go by the outfield lofts attendance, which is technically not attendance because they didn't enter in, but it looks like we've got a good amount of 16, 17 fans out there from counting through the binocs out on the decks of the outfield lofts.
You mean the folks who are home right now?
Yes. They're at home at Cooley Law School Stadium. Isn't it great to say that?
Yes. The home team, the Lugnuts bat. Mark Connolly takes ball 1 from the new pitcher for the Locos. Nolan Knopf is now into the game. You can recognize Nolan because he's got some of the longest hair in the league. Zach Hickey cannot get it with a backhand. That's a fair ball and a base hit down the left field line, and Connolly's thinking too. Williams, though, in late. Lead-off double for Connolly.
Great job by Connolly just shooting that the other way, and just enough room between the line and Hickey to get it down the line. And as you mentioned, Lugnut's looking for a little insurance before the Locos' last chance.
Nolan Knopf replaces Aaron Houston. Went 1 inning, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks, 1 hit, 1 run. Zaid Walker takes a strike. Nolan Knopf has been good for the Locos out of their pen. 4 relief appearances, no earned runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts in 4 innings.
Yeah, he's been excellent.
Strike 2 to Walker. It was Nolan Knopf to wrap things up in the doubleheader sweep on Sunday.
You need a guy to get you some outs and try and keep this a 1-run game. Nolan Knopf is the guy you want in. Now he has to work around that double from Connolly.
With the 0-2. That is sent just fouled on the right field line. That nearly was a mirror image to Connolly's double a moment ago. Nolan Knopf on Sunday, with the Locos leading 2-1. Watch the Lugnuts put the potential game-tying run at second base, scoring position, nobody out. And he got out of it. Breaking balls outside. Strikeout, and then against the leadoff hitter, Darren Davis, who has been one of the best players in all of the Lemonade League. On the very first pitch, he coaxed him to foul out to end the game. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Walker. Different sort of situation here for Knopf. Not trying to preserve a win. Trying to keep the Locos within a run. And the count has gone full on Zaid. Walker struck out in the first inning, walked and stole second in the second inning, and struck out again in the 4th inning.
Well, used to Walker delivering in big situations. You know he'd like to right here to help that insurance potential.
3-2. Bouncer right back to Knopf. Doesn't have a chance to get Connolly, and then he throws it away right off the tarp. Connolly stays at third base. The throw comes home anyway. Walker takes second.
Wow, so much going on right there. Nolan Knopf did everything perfectly until the throw. He looked over at third, didn't try and get too aggressive, didn't look like he was going to be able to get Connolly even though he was facing that way. Came back to first and the throw just gets away. And then the hustle from the Locos to make sure that Connolly doesn't come in to score. Walker gets up to second, but good job by them to not let that run come home, but just a mistake right there from Nolan Knopf after he fielded it perfectly.
I wonder, Adam, because Mark Connolly got to third base and he stuck right there. If there had just been some communication, letting Kate Preston at first base know, no play at the plate, maybe there would have been a play at second base on Walker.
And now, so tough here for Knopf. Trying to get 3 outs through the heart of the order.
Infield drawn partway in. Morrow a check swing foul. Andrew Morrow hitting cleanup. Flied out to center, grounded out to third. Last time up, singled. Caught stealing.
You just wonder what happened with Knopf. Did he get too eager? Did the ball slip out of his hand? Because he did everything right until that throw.
And now the count 1-1.
And again, when you face the middle of the order, Walker and Morrow and Lay and Sotres, you can't afford mistakes like that one and expect to get out of these half innings unscathed with how difficult it is to maneuver through this Lugnuts offense.
Andrew Morrow pops it up. On the first base side, catcher Paladar and first baseman Preston falls right in between them. 1 ball and 2 strikes for Andrew Morrow. The two of them looked at each other and each one expected the other one to take it.
And there you have mistake number 2. Missed opportunities so far for the Locos. And you're right, Preston, Knopf, both looked at each other. Thought the other guy had it. Didn't seem like there was the correct communication. And Morrow, one of the most dangerous hitters in the lineup, gets another opportunity.
I mean, it's not an individual error, but that's a team error. 1-2. Stays alive, catching a piece of the high fastball. You expect when there's a foul pop that stays in the field of play. that that ball's going to get turned into an out, but it wasn't. And so the chance here for Morrow to add on to his RBI total, currently sitting at 6. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Such great speed on the bases too for the Lugnuts. Connolly at third and Walker at second with the infield drawn in. Nolan offs 2-2. Well, remember, he got out in front of Zaid Walker. Kind of ended up going to 3-2 before the bouncer back to the pitcher. He was out in front of Morrow, and now the count is full once again. Here's your payoff. Breaking ball sent foul off the screen right behind the Lugnuts dugout. There is such kinetic energy looking at Nolan Knopf. All of his movements. There's Zach Hickey at third base looking for a chance. But the pitch misses in and the bases are loaded.
And that's 2 outs that should have been had. Again, the missed throw, the missed opportunity then to catch a foul ball. And now instead of 2 outs and Connolly over there at third base, you've got the bases loaded and nobody out for the Lugnuts.
On one side, you've got the Lugnuts who have not committed any errors. Locos have committed 2 errors. Their first error led to an unearned run. Now keep that in mind as you look at the score, with the Locos down by 1. Hunter Lay takes ball 1. Base is loaded, nobody out. Third baseman Hickey is playing towards second. Shortstop Roddock is right up the middle. Now the count is 2-0. Knopf is overthrowing. Remember, they put on this shift against Hunter Lay earlier in the game, and he pulled one beyond Hickey. Lay 1 for 2, a single, a hit by pitch, 2 runs scored. Batting 5th in the order. That gets away from Paladar, but not far enough, just to the right of the home plate circle. More pressingly, it is now 3 balls and no strikes on Hunter Lay.
And the trouble continues for Knopf.
We just saw the Lugnuts take the lead, break this 5-5 tie on a bases loaded walk drawn by Joey Paywan last inning. (3-0). Ground ball to the third baseman Hickey. Comes home, they get the force. And no throw by Paladar anywhere else. They go to third, the overrun by Walker, but he got back in there safely.
Wow, good play though by Hickey to go there to third, or excuse me, go home, get the lead runner, keep this a 1-run game, and great idea by Paladar, the snap back throw. And he makes it accurately, because if it gets away, that scores a run. Nearly a double play to get things completed here.
And Zach Hickey and Zaid Walker sharing the laugh at third base, talking things through. The shift worked out perfectly there. On 3-0, Hunter Lay grounded it right to Hickey. Now Gabe Sotres takes a called strike 1. Sotres has walked twice. He has struck out. He has scored a run. That's above the zone. Let's watch that replay again. The 3-0 pitch to Hunter Lay. Zach Hickey coming home, and then Craig Paladar throwing it back behind the runner. And Zaid Walker just did get that right hand in. Sotres swings and misses. Hard ricochet for Paladar, but not in time to make any kind of play. Walker speeds in. Morrow to third, Lay to second. It is 7-5 Lugnuts. Had 1 ball and 2 strikes on Sotres. I don't know whether wild pitch or passed ball there. There's a called strike 3, and down he goes. Nolan off, notches out number 2.
That's a big pitch right there against Sotrez. You give up the free run that comes in there on the pass ball or the wild pitch, either one. And now you're an out away.
Ball 1 to Jake Rodquist. Andrew Morrow at third base, Hunter Lay at second. 2 ducks on the pond for the Lugnuts, leading by 2. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Great job by Paladar blocking that one. Been a frustrating game offensively for Rodquist. The Grand Valley State Laker is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out to the shortstop Ruddock. But a chance for redemption here. Boy, that is a tough call on the inside corner. Strike 2 called.
Well, this would be big for Knopf. For how troublesome this half inning has been, you go back to his throwing error, the missed opportunity then to catch Morrow's flyout in foul territory.
At short, Ruddock, long throw, got him at first with a stretch by Preston. Knopf limits the damage. Just the 1 run comes in, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 walk, 2 runners left in scoring position. It's a 2-run Lugnuts lead going to the final frame. The Lugnuts bring a 7-5 lead to the 6th inning. Could have been more. They had runners at second and third in the bottom half of the 5th, or bottom of the 6th inning, as this ground ball hit by Jake Rodquist. Owen Ruddock the throw, and what a stretch at first by Cade Preston. That denied the Lugnuts from adding to this 7-5 lead. And now to the final frame. The left-hander John Fantazzo from Saginaw Valley State taking over on the hill. Lugnuts 3 outs away from the win.
Well, John Fantazzo's been pretty fantastic. 3 earned runs allowed through 6 innings, only a couple of walks, 4 strikeouts. He's trying to come out and shut it down for the Lugnuts. You're looking for that bounce back. Jesse lost both on Sunday in the doubleheader. Want to get back in the win column tonight, the first of 6 straight this week in the Lemonade League.
Adam, how about the work put in by Cameron Marnin to bridge the gap from the starter Ethan Young all the way here to Fantazzo?
Oh, he was excellent. 3 innings, gave up no runs, just 2 hits, 4 strikeouts, no walks. He came in and shut the door.
I beg your pardon, I said Fantazzo. That's Adam Dorstowitz. That's number 13, not number 15. So Dorstowitz is on the hill, and he hits the outside corner for a called strike to Adam Purdy.
You got to be lying to the people like that.
I apologize.
Then you made me a
Apologize.
liar.
From Kalamazoo, Adam Dorstowitz with the 0-1. And Adam Purdy from Concordia, bouncer to second baseman Acker. This is going to be tight. And Jamoro pulled off the bag. Adam Purdy is on.
I think that's going to be an error on Van Acker there at second. He just threw high of Morrow at first base, and you're right. He had to bring that back foot off just to catch the baseball, and now you got the speedster on.
Error indeed. So Adam Purdy on his birthday. Now on at first base. And here's Owen Ruddock, who takes a called strike at the top of the zone.
Well, Dorstowitz is a strikeout thrower. We all know that. 9 strikeouts. He does have 8 walks, giving up 6 earned runs.
Ground ball right side. That gets through past the diving Acker. Purdy holds up around second. Strong throw by Zaid Walker. Gets away from third baseman Rydquist. Both runners move up. Purdy safely into third, and up to second base goes Ruddock. A throwing error from Walker in right field. 2 batters and 2 errors on the Lugnuts, and just like that, the tying runs are in scoring position.
Yeah, this is a very difficult start to this half inning for the Lugnuts, who are 3 outs away. Should have had the out to Purdy. Instead, you let him get on, and then Rydquist right there thought he could have thrown it to Dorstowitz, and I think they would have had Purdy at third base, but he held on to the baseball and didn't toss it to his pitcher.
Cade Preston grounds the curveball foul.
This has been some troublesome stuff here for the Lugnuts in the 7th, where the Locos have not been phased in their last chance to tie or take the lead. They've come in clutch multiple times in this half inning throughout this Lemonade League season.
Preston 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Line drive hooked down the left field line. Base hit. Purdy scores. To third base, no farther Ruddock as the throw comes in. An RBI single for Preston. It is a 1-run game.
Well, you can't ask for a better start to this half inning for the Locos. You take the 2 errors that help you out, but a couple of base hits. First 3 guys have reached. They're not just worried about tying the game up. They want to take the lead into the bottom of the 7th.
It's Alex McCormack who fouls back the first pitch. McCormack has struck out twice, drawn a walk, and scored a run. Officially 0 for 2. Batting cleanup in the order. The curveball drops in there.
Wow, how about that hook?
McCormack gave up on it. Thought it was coming in too high. Now Preston runs well at first base. There's a swing and a miss, and down he goes. Alex McCormack strikes out on 3 pitches. His 3rd strikeout tonight.
Well, now this gets interesting. We know that the Lugnuts have turned multiple double plays. 12 in this Lemonade League. It'll be interesting to see if Preston tries to get a big lead and scamper to second.
It's Michael Steigels who swings to the high cheddar. Tying run at third base in the person of Ruddock. Go-ahead run at first base in the person of Preston.
Preston has stolen just 2 bags, and you don't really want to run yourself into an out in the 7th.
The 0-1. That gets out of play.
Drama. Always drama in the Lemonade League.
The very first time that we saw Adam Dorstowitz on the mound, he struck out the side. Well, he just struck out Alex McCormack. Now, can he get Michael Steigels? Got McCormack on 3 straight pitches. Here's pitch number 3 for Steigels. Just up and in.
It was right there. Teammates were hoping for it. He was hoping for it, but a good eye from Steigels.
Outfield straight away. Middle infielders look to turn 2. Curveball served up through the middle. Base hit center field. Ruddock scores and we are tied. Preston up to second on the RBI single by Michael Steigels. 7-7 in the 7th.
Well, an excellent job waiting on that breaking ball to come down and squaring it up to center field. And then smart by Ruddock to make sure it did get down and through the middle of the field. He comes in to score, and the Locos have done it again, coming back in the 7th.
Now Zach Hickey. Strike on the outside corner. Showing bunt, that gets away from Lay. Both runners move up. Baseball bounces right in front of the Lugnuts dugout. A wild pitch from Dorstowitz. Preston now at third, Steigels up to second.
Well, how this half inning just continues to spin downward for the Lugnuts. The error to start it off would have been that first out, then the throwing error, now a wild pitch. And again, that 2-run lead evaporated quickly, and now you got to hold up and hope that you can keep this game tied.
Infield has come in for the Lugnuts. A 1-1 for Hickey. Hunter Lay smothering that one.
The tough thing for Dorstowitz is, Zach Hickey is not swinging at pitches out of the zone.
Walked in the 2nd inning, walked in the 4th inning. For Zach Hickey, his 10th and his 11th walks drawn in the Lemonade League. Last time up, he crushed one out to deep right center, hauled in by Walker.
And a sac fly will get the job done here with only 1 out in the inning.
Hitters count on 2-1. 3 balls and a strike with first base open. Craig Palladar waiting on deck.
And that might be the play here. Don't really want to throw a fastball right down the middle to Hickey, knowing that he needs just a sac fly to give them the lead and first base open. We'll see what Dorstowitz comes with.
Broken bat Lofter down for a base hit. This scores 1. Here comes Steigels. Throw up the line. He's in. Zach Hickey gives the Locos the lead.
Well, he got that fastball, and Hickey took advantage of it. Got himself the friendly hitters count, drives in 2, and how about a 4-run 7th for the Locos now to take the lead.
Pitching coach Riley McCauley is on his way out to the mound. In the Locos bullpen, it is Brandon Shire who is warming up and ready to come on for the bottom half of this inning. And we know now that the Locos will be 3 outs away from the win. We just don't know what their lead will be. Adam, there were chances for the Lugnuts to add to their lead. At the bottom of the 5th inning, Colin Cornwell taking a called strike 3 with the bases loaded. In the bottom of the 6th inning, runners at 2nd and 3rd, but they stranded them there on the great play by Ruddock and Preston. Now Craig Palladar, Hickey at first, he runs. Pitches up high, throw down, late, Hickey the steal. And he is into scoring position. Just the 1 out recorded by Dorstowitz. The strikeout of McCormack, and that is all. Though this inning did start off with a throwing error by the second baseman Acker. 1-0 for Palladar, the catcher. Fouled off. Palladar has singled, drawn a bases loaded walk, and scored a run in the 4-run 4th inning. And grounded out to first base in the 6th inning. 1 run for the Locos in the 3rd, 4 in the 4th, and now 4 once again here in the 7th. Erasing a 2-run deficit. Palladar right through it. Bottom part of the order here for the Locos. Paladar batting 7th. Brock Henley is waiting on deck. Breaking ball gets Paladar. Second strikeout for Dorstwitz. Here comes Henley. Now, Brock Henley today is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Ball 1. When we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, Van Acker, Joey Paywan, and then back to the Lugnuts top of the order, and Colin Cornwell. So hang on tight. Locos would love to score that insurance run. That's called a strike in the inside corner. Biggest hit of the night, Zach Hickey's 2-run tie-breaking single. As you look at the hook, that does in Paladar. Fouled away to the right. RBI singles by Kate Preston, and Michael Steigels had tied up the score. And then Hickey untied it with his single. Knocked in Preston and Steigels, then stole second. A 1-2 for Henley, trying to bring in Hickey. Did not chase the high fastball.
Just great job by the Locos again. Not being phased by their last chance, coming through in another clutch situation.
Count has gone full.
Locos trying to do something, Jesse, they have not done yet in the Lemonade League. Win 3 straight.
They swept a doubleheader on Sunday, 2-1, 2-1. Today a different kind of game. 3-2. Called strike 3, down goes Henley. A third strikeout for Dorstwitz in the 7th. But the Locos score 4. Zach Hickey's 2-run single breaks the tie, and as we go to the bottom of this 7th inning, it is the Locos now leading 9-7.
Doc, thank you very much. Up here at the suite level, let's sing 1, 2, 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Just buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the Lugnuts. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Let's go nuts, Doc. Back to you.
The Locos will stick with Nolan Knopf for the bottom half of the 7th inning. Their lead is 9-7 over the Lugnuts. I'm Jesse Goldberg-Strassler. I'm joined by Adam Jackson. What another wild night in the Lemonade League.
Drama, Jesse. We tell you this league always delivers, or what? How about these Locos? Remember the first win they got in this league? It was a 4-run 7th, and then the second win they got in this league. It was a 4-run 7th. And now a chance for their 3rd straight victory and to finally get back to the 500 mark at 6-6. It's a 4-run 7th tonight, and they're 3 outs away from a win.
It's kind of their move.
Yeah, it is.
Van Acker leads off against Nolan Knopf. Right through it. Acker, Paywan, Cornwell. 8, 9, and 1 of the order. Strike 2.
You know when you go to ask that girl or guy out on a date and you have a line or a move? Well, the Locos move is 4 runs in the 7th.
That is over the head of Acker. It's a pretty effective move.
Yeah, it's worked out well for him. It's a winning move. We'll see if it holds up and wins for him again tonight.
Acker tonight, 1 for 2 with a fielder's choice, a double, a walk, and 2 runs scored. Nolanoff came out of the bullpen in the 6th inning, allowed 1 run, committed a throwing error, and so that run was unearned. He starts off the 7th with a strikeout. Down goes Acker.
Well, that's a much better start to the 7th than it was for Knopf in the 6th. Remember, he gave up the double, and then he had the throwing error at first, and all of a sudden, then a walk happened in the first 3 it reached. But you get the strikeout, now 2 outs away.
It is Joey Paywan. Strike 1. 2 walks for Paywan. He has scored a run. He is grounded out to second. Leadoff hitting Colin Cornwell waits on deck. Strike 2. For the Lugnuts, 4 runs in the 2nd, 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th. And now in the bottom of the 7th inning, they need at least 2. That is just a little low. That somewhere misses. Let me tell you, maybe a little low, maybe a little in, but not by much.
No, that's a close miss. You like that miss from Knopf. Right around, making Paywan think about it. You're okay with that pitch.
Fouled over our heads. Joey Paywan has reached base in every game he's played in the Lemonade League. Tonight, no exception. And he takes his 3rd walk of the game. A 1-out base runner for the Lugnuts, and that brings up Colin Cornwell stepping into the batter's box as the potential game-tying run.
Well, it's not over yet. The Lugnuts, they want some fight back too.
That's foul down the right side.
That would have been fun if that would have got through fair.
Paywan runs really well at first base, and so does Colin Cornwell from the left-hand batter's box.
Tough to get it by Preston, though. He's staying on first, hugging the line as he keeps Paywan close.
That gets away from Paladar. Paywan up to second on the wild pitch.
Drama, Jesse. Drama, drama, drama.
Expect nothing less. Colin Cornwell has walked, stolen second, stolen third. He has singled in a run, stolen second, stolen third. Walked and struck out. And now he's ahead in the count against Knopf. And that strikeout back in the 5th inning with the bases loaded. He was convinced he had taken ball 4. That's strike 2.
I'm going to be honest, I was too. It looked like it was ball 4, and you don't usually see Cornwell get upset. But you're right, he didn't like the call.
Trying to come through here in the bottom of the 7th. Joey Paywan at second base. That's knocked down by the diving Preston. Knopf covering. Can't make the grab. That gets to the backstop. Paywan scores. Cornwell rushes for second. No throw by Paladar. It is a one-run game in the bottom of the 7th inning. Call it an infield single for Colin Cornwell. And then a throwing error on the first baseman, Cade Preston. Here comes the pitching coach, Cam View, out there to check a Nolan Knopf, who just laid out at first base right in the path of Colin Cornwell.
Yeah, we've had a couple of collisions tonight. We had that one back in, I believe, the first inning, Jesse, where Zaid Walker went to catch that ball, and Van Acker was out there over in the bullpen area, and that a scary one right there from Knopf, who's now his jersey's dirtied. But here we go, tying run now at second base with one out.
Here's the replay. There goes Cornwell hustling down the line. You're going to see Knopf right there get in front of him. So Cornwell needs to make sure he touches first. He does so, sees the ball around there at the backstop, and he hurries all the way to second, where now he represents the potential game-tying run in scoring position.
And Cornwell did everything he could, thank goodness, so that he didn't step on Knopf. He jumped over him, got those spikes in, so thank goodness he didn't step on him and injure him anymore.
9-8 in the bottom of the 7th. Mark Connolly, the batter.
Just sitting around waiting for that first home run derby swing off. Just waiting for it.
Are you feeling it?
Getting closer, I'm just saying.
Is tonight the night? 2-0. Backdoor breaking ball.
It is, as they say, Jesse, Wacky Wednesday.
Love that book. Two balls, two strikes now in Connolly. Nolan Knopf trying to do exactly what he did on Sunday, which was end the Lugnuts' chances with the tying run at second base. And in order to do so, he's going to have to get the second and the third outs against the middle part of the order. The number 2 hitter, Connolly, waiting. 2-2 pitch. Connolly sprays it foul to stay alive.
A great at bat right here by Connolly, fighting stuff off. Knopf out there battling after he just took a spill in the dirt. Knows he's 2 outs away. He's got the runner at second. And just a great finish here to game 12.
Connolly rips it to right. Steigels backs up. Warning track. Wall jumps up. Can't make the catch. To third base, Cornwell. He's given the windmill. Throw to the plate. Paladar's tag. Got him. Connolly now at second base is the tying run. Locos 1 out away from the win.
Wow, how about that? That ball was crushed. Thought that it may have a chance to leave the yard. Instead, Steigels has got to make the play. The relay comes in. They send Cornwell and Paladar after that ball is to the right, comes back over, adjusts, and puts the tag down. Wow.
Here comes Zaid Walker now as the Lugnuts' last chance. Tying run at second with great speed in the person of Connolly. And Walker has terrific power. Breaking ball swung at and missed. Very simple here. If Knopf can get Walker, Locos win. No balls and 2 strikes on the right fielder, who was struck out twice already today, walked and reached on an error by Knopf.
Was that Cade Preston? That was the relay thrower to home plate to Paladar? Believe it was, and he was the guy that made the throwing error to allow Cornwell to get up to second. So what a play to come back.
Breaking ball and Walker hangs off. Throw back into second base. Shortstop Rodak covering. Connolly got back in. And Craig Paladar feeling ambitious.
I just love the play by Paladar at the plate right there. Ball's thrown to the right of the plate. He's got to come back across his body to the left side, scrambles over, and still gets Cornwell after fielding it off hops.
Ground ball to Hickey. The throw to first. Got him, and the Locos win. A wild 7th inning. They score 4 runs in the top of the 7th to erase a 2-run deficit. And in the bottom of the 7th, with the Lugnuts threatening, Colin Cornwell thrown out at the plate as the potential game-tying run. Nolan Knopf and the Locos hang on. 9-8 is your final score. And through 12 games in the Lemonade League, each team has won 6.
That's a Lemonade League game down to a T right there. Back and forth battle between the two squads. Lugnuts get up. Locos come back to take the lead. Lugnuts come back to take the lead. Then the Locos go off for 4 in the 7th and hang on with some great defense in the bottom half. What a win for the Locos tonight.
Just marvelous baseball. Fantastic baseball to watch. Now we've got Lemonade League baseball tomorrow night, 7 p.m., stretching all the way around through Monday. We'll step aside right now. We'll come back with some replays. Locos 9, Lugnuts 8 is your final of Game 12. Welcome into post-game coverage from the Lemonade League. Jesse Goldberg-Strassler along with Adam Jacksa, Daniel Higgins, Terry Alipert back in our control room, cutting up the highlights. Let's go back through these highlights, shall we? We're going to talk defense in this game, and Adam, I want to bring you all the way back to Michael Steigel's first at-bat. How about this catch by Zaid Walker?
Oh, this was phenomenal. You've got Acker and Walker going over there. There's a little collision, and Walker comes up with it as the dirt spills. And the good news, Acker was all right after that play as well.
Things you don't often see. Colin Cornwell on this roller. Watch where this ball goes. right off the base, an RBI infield single, part of a 4-run second inning for the Lugnuts.
Yeah, and I think Hankinen and Preston played it right, but it stayed fair for Cornwell.
We're talking great defense, though. Owen Ruddock up the middle of the diamond.
Just tremendous range to his left. Thought it was going to bounce up to the middle. Then he makes a great throw also.
How about some hitting? Van Acker double right over the left fielder. Matthew Williams puts him on. Eventually scores on a Mark Connolly sac fly. And we're all tied up at 5-5 in the 4th inning.
Yeah, Williams just didn't see it right off the bat. Acker got enough on it. He gets the double. And again, eventually leads to a run.
All right, so let's get into the late innings as this one was tight. Van Acker at second here. So this is a ground ball by Zaid Walker. Great stab by Nolanoff, but what goes wrong?
He just got a little bit too anxious, tried to throw to first. He made the correct play, didn't throw it to third, took the easy out, and just got away from him.
It's the bottom of the 6th inning. A ground ball to third base, though, off the bat of Hunter Lay. They get the force out at home, nearly get Zaid Walker diving back on the third base, but the Lugnuts do score a run in the frame. How about this stretch by Cade Preston to end the inning, though?
Well, that play at home plate and then that play across the diamond holds the Lugnuts to just a 2-run lead, which obviously would be pivotal later in the game. And then the 7th got wild.
Bottom of the 7th inning, Colin Cornwell gets on, has to leap over the pitcher Nolanoff, reaching for a wild throw by Cade Preston. He's in scoring position. That is the potential game-tying run. So Mark Connolly rockets one to right field, over the leaping Michael Steigels, and then Adam, how about this defensive relay?
Yeah, Steigels gets it in there. That's Preston out there, throws it in. Paladar back across home plate, gets Cornwell, and preserves the 1-run lead, and then here's the grounder to win it.
Zaid Walker to Zach Hickey, gets him at first by half a step, and the Locos hang on. A 4-run top of the 7th inning, and they needed every ounce of that effort from their defense, winning this one 9-8. What a ball game.
Yeah, it was tremendous, again, by the Locos to come back. They get down 4-0 in this game, and they're trailing heading into the 7th by 2. They score 4 runs and hold on. They needed all 4 of those runs, and great defense down the stretch. And the Locos, Jesse, have now won 3 straight games, their biggest winning streak of the league, and we are now back even after 12 games. The Lugnuts are 6-6. The Locos are 6-6. Split right down the middle. Been pretty fun to watch, hasn't it?
What a treat. What a simple joy to watch baseball games that are these twisty, that feature this kind of offense and defense and unexpected events, and you're just not sure if something's going to go wrong or something's going to go right around the next corner.
If you're doing a bingo board of things that Jesse and Adam say every night, if you're counting at home, one of the things that should be in the middle of the bingo card is drama, because I will continue to say it, you will continue to say it. It seems like every night we get drama, late especially, and we get it again tonight. And lately, Jesse, it's been the Locos that have been delivering the drama and coming through with these victories.
We'll see if the Lugnuts can come back tomorrow. 7 p.m. first pitch right here from Lansing, Michigan. Adam Jackson, any final thoughts?
Just a great win by the Locos. Give them credit. Again, they've been behind in the standings through the first 11 games, and they've battled back going back to Sunday with the doubleheader win, taking both. Now coming out today, fighting adversity, getting behind, and finding a way to pull it out in the 7th. Can't wait to see what tomorrow brings us.
Me neither. Well, for Adam Jackson and for our entire crew in the control room, Terry Alipert, Daniel Higgins, right on down PA Chris, everybody here working at the ballpark, making sure that the folks who come out and enjoy the Lemonade League, well, that they are able to do so from the players right on through you. We thank you for tuning in and keeping us company. I'm Jesse Goldberg-Strassler one last time. That final score, the Locos 9, the Lugnuts 8. We'll have to wait another day for that potential home run derby. Here's wishing you well from Michigan State Capitol.